welcome back, my loyal citizens of Ottawa. GM Yeesh here up at the start of year one with your Ottawa Senators. Last episode, I was able to introduce to you boys the all new rosters, coaching staff, just give you the lay of the land. In this one, I want to get a ton of simulating done, hopefully up to the trade deadline, unless the video either goes too long or something just goes horribly wrong. But before we hop into it, boys, there is a comment I'd like to address from one of our trusted analysts in Green 44. It reads, welcome back, buddy. So glad to see you get back to this. Looking forward to this series and to see where your path leads as GM. He goes on to say, it's a good idea to trade away lower picks. So he actually liked my idea of trading away one of our late rounders in the Sorella deal last episode. I believe it was a fourth. I liked the move at the time, and it's great to get confirmation on it from you guys. He goes on to say, keeping Tierney, Brown, and the Duke is good. Playing these guys over guys like rookies is key to growth. Throw them to the Wolves rather than throw, say, Byfield or Lafreniere to the Wolves' den, or whoever else we draft in the year one draft. And I completely agree with that. Having players who we can already rely on in top 6 roles will take a gigantic load off of whoever we draft. So the more NHL talent we can manufacture from our current roster, the better off we'll be. I will go ahead and show you boys the lines briefly before I hop into simulating here. This is going to be the year one lines for your Ottawa Senators. We won't have a captain year one, boys. I'm just letting the veterans take on leadership roles. I believe Bobby Ryan and a couple other veterans like Anisimov are wearing the A this year. So first line, Bobby Ryan, Anisimov, Connor Brown. Let the veterans play. Second line is going to be hopefully where our offense comes from. Third line, I have Callahan slotted on the left wing alongside White and Bodker, but I have been in talks with Oscar Mahler, who we extended an offer to last episode. I've been in talks with his camp, and I have promised him a look inside the top 9 fresh out of training camp if he decides to sign with our team. So no word on if he's going to sign, boys, but I've been in good talks with him, so I'm hopeful. I'll show you the decor real quick and the power play. There we go. PK looks something like this. Actually, yeah. I don't want to overplay Kachuk too much. I'm going to let's give it to Bodker. I don't want to overload a rookie with ice time, or not a rookie, but he is still a teenager, right? Colin White can stay on the second line PK. I want to give him a look. Might put Kachuk there at some point, but I don't want to rush him. Okay, there we go. AHL lines, boys. I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. Looks something like this. Norris, Chaplik, Brownie, Batherson, Howard, Formanton, and then Branny, yeah, we're swapping him with Lajoie. Bernard Docker's in the lineup, Thompson's in the lineup. We got Pinto, Sorella, the newly acquired acquisition, Balsers, just playing the young guns. And then starting in net down the AHL, it's going to be Joey Dackard, and Gustafsson will be backing him up. We have Sogard and Junior, so all 3 of our young goalie prospects are playing this year. They'll get exactly the amount of ice time they need. Craig Anderson is going to be our starting goalie here in Ottawa for year one. Nothing but respect for this guy. May as well do right for him by the organization, right? So that's the lines, boys. Let me go ahead, simulate up a few days, and see if Oscar Mahler accepts. Now, I didn't offer him the most money. Shocking, I know. Senators not offering a player the max contract. Groundbreaking. But like I said, I've been in good talks with his camp, so hopefully he will sign with us. If not, that'd be a tough blow. Okay. I was extremely happy to accept your offer. Your cash offer was most generous. It really was quite easy to make up my mind about your offer. So GM Yeesh, he's already recruiting, making trades, boys. Let's go. Never let it be said I don't get stuff done. Let me do some power video editing, get Oscar Mahler into the lineup, introduce him to the locker room, all that good stuff. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, boys. All this prep work has been killing me, man. I'm ready to see some action on the ice. I know it's no secret we're going to tank this year, right? We are trying to tank. We are actively trying to finish as low in the standings as possible. But with that being said, I'm still going to do everything in my power to get the most out of my lineup night in and night out, simply because in the history of hockey, no one player has ever single-handedly turned around a franchise. Gretzky needed Messier. Crosby needed Malkin, McDavid needed Draisaitl. If we're going to succeed, we need talent from within the organization. We need pieces to build around, and we're not guaranteed that top lottery pick even if we finish last. So, yeah, we need to manufacture as much talent from the NHL roster as we can. But All that out of the way, boys. Game 1 of 82, and it's going to be the Battle of Ontario to kick things off, boys. Let's go. Ottawa Senators here on the road against the Toronto Maple Leafs. First period. All right, all right. They take a 2-1 lead. Zach Hyman, Pontus Aberg. But Shabbat, let's go, baby. It's only a one-goal game. Second period. Come on, boys. Show me something. Someone step up and be a leader here early on. Second period. Alright, 3-1 deficit. Could be a long season for your Ottawa Senators here. But come on, boys. It's a 2-goal lead. Worst lead in hockey. If we get one, the Toronto Maple Leafs with that weak decor, they will panic. Chris Tierney on the second line strikes. Let's go, boys. No! Jake Muzzin. Wait a minute. Anthony Duclair, the Duke of Ottawa. 10 minutes, 1 goal. That's doable, boys. Come on. Show me something special here in game 1. Make this a special group. No! William Nylander. 5 minutes. A super sweet strikes for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And your Ottawa Senators are going to fall in game 1 of the regular season. To our hated nemesis. Brady Tkachuk, 3 apples. How about that, huh? Alright. The kid's off to a hot start in the season. Man, I really wanted to make Brady Tkachuk better, but I feel like 82 is just so criminally underrated. What that kid does night in, night out in the lineup. I'll go ahead and simulate a month here, a month at a time. Got a lot of simulating to do. It's one game, boys. Can't put too much stock into it. Even the first month, like I've seen teams go 0-6 and they've missed made the playoffs. I've seen teams go 6-0 and miss the playoffs. So 1 month, can't put too much stock into it. Petrovic, no, we don't need him. I also need to pay attention to how the Los Angeles Kings have already fired a coach. Good gosh, what kind of start? Hold up, boys, hold up. Let me just see. Wait for it to get to the Pacific. Ooh, the Islanders are off to a rocky start. Love that. How are the Sharks doing? Sharks, in third place. Oh my gosh. All right, so the Kings start out 0-5. Instantly fired their head coach. I like our head coach. I'm gonna give that guy a look. And here we go. We seem to have righted the ship. 2 wins in our last 3 games. I already did the scouting assignment. I'll take a break for that next month. Do some power video editing there. It seems offense. That's a minor injury. It seems offense seems to be the biggest concern. Our defense actually looks really solid, huh? We seem to be, yeah, look at that. 2-1 win, 3-2 loss, 2-0 win. Hey, big shootout win against the Sharks. And your Ottawa Senators, 1 month into the season, are only 1 game below 500, boys. I'm perfectly okay with that. Well, we were. Darn it. The Islanders are dead last in their division. Love that. The Sharks are dead last in their division. Oh, what is this timeline? I love it. I love it. Let's keep the simulating going. Keep the good times rolling, boys, huh? I'll do a quick stat check at the end of December just to see where everyone's at. Chris Tierney goes down with a pulled groin injury. I believe I can just hit, replace player for that. I don't want to put Colin White too far into the lineup just yet. I'm fine with the third line minutes I was giving him. Formanton goes down with the concussion. The injury bug's starting to roll in for your Ottawa Senators, both in the NHL and AHL. But we continue to put up some solid games. Callahan goes down with an injury. Jeez. I hope I'm not overplaying the players. I mean, Craig Anderson goes down with an injury. All right, boys, I got to do some power video editing with this one. I believe we have a goalie I can call up. I will be right back. All right, we got Hogberg. I called him up from the AHL. He's 24 and a medium fringe starter, so I was prioritizing playing our young guns over some of the older guys down the AHL. And I was taking a quick look at the stats. Boys, check out Brady Tkachuk, man. 17 points in the first 20 games. And Duclair, he's also off to a hot start. 17 points as well, 5 goals. Chris Tierney, before he got hurt, was also buzzing. I mean, I really hope guys like Tierney, Duclair, especially Connor Brown, works out. 18 points in 20 games. He's killing it so far. I really hope he works out. He just seems like a guy who's been criminally underrated his entire career, and like he's had to prove himself every single place he's gone to, even going back to juniors, right? Let me put Tierney back in the lineup. There we go. He put up insane numbers in juniors, but people discredited him because he was playing alongside McDavid, even though that in itself is a talent. He went to the Toronto Maple Leafs, had a 20-goal rookie season, and no one gave him credit for it because he was overshadowed by guys like Nylander, Matthews, Marner, all those exciting rookies. He had to prove himself every year in Toronto. Comes to Ottawa, and he's just been like such a solid player night in and night out. I love the guy. I really hope he can stay on this roster. He just fits into that underdog underrated mentality that I want this team to have. It's just kind of been the Ottawa Senators. He fits into the mold perfectly. He'd be a strong leader going forward. Wow, Colin White already growing. Let's go, boys. Let's go. You love to see that. And same with Duclair, right? You're talking like what, 5, 6 NHL teams his first 10 years in the league. That is ridiculous, man. He just seems like someone who's had a bad stroke of luck, a talented player. I don't really buy the Tortorella stuff about him not trying or not caring. I think every coach has a different perspective on a player. You're not going to be as good as he is without putting in the effort and work. So I'm hopeful Duclair works out for us as well. All right, so I will go ahead. Let's see. First off, I want to take a look at where the Islanders and Sharks are. Islanders dead last in the division. Let's go. Are they dead last in the NHL? It's probably the Kings. So right now we are second last or third last. Islanders are last. Islanders are tied for last with the Kings, and we're tied for like fourth or fifth last. The Sharks have improved to second in the division, so they seem to be trending upward, unfortunately for us, but that's okay. Um, let's see. I will go ahead and show you boys the stats as well, and then I will do some power video editing for the scouting assignment. Brady Tkachuk leading the way with 23 points. Connor Brown right there with him. Anthony Duclair, the young guns, leading the way. Shabbat, Tierney, White, Mahler's putting in work. I love to see it, boys. Let's go. This is fantastic signs for the future for your Ottawa Senators here. Bodker, 8 points, not terrible. Sabrin, 7 points in 27 games for a fourth liner. It's decent. Zaitsev is putting up points. Bobby Ryan, 12 points, 27 games. They're matching up against top lines. Like, I don't know how much else you can expect from them. Let's check out the AHL real quick. Brandy leading the way, 19 points. Lajoie, wow. I didn't know he could dominate the AHL like that. Good for him. Chaplik, 13 points. Pinto. Batherson only has 10 points, so I might do some line changes as well for that top line while I do some power video editing, boys, with the scouting assignment. Let me go ahead and handle that real quick, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, boys, I got the scouting taken care of. The lines are done, so go ahead, keep simulating. Hopefully up to, let's go the start of January, maybe. Yeah, I like that. I changed the AHL lines a little bit. Like, we've also been bogged down by injuries there. I hadn't been paying enough attention, so that also played a factor. I need to get back to paying attention to the main simulation because we seem to be a very streaky team. Like, we're going up and down, but I think our lack of depth, will eventually cause us to tank. I appreciate, that's why I wanted that early season success, man. That's why I was perfectly okay with it, because when you have a weak lineup, let me just go ahead and put Formanton back on the top line. I like him up there with Batherson and Brownie. When you have a weak lineup over the course of a season, it will eventually get exposed for not having depth. Some lineups aren't even that bad. It's just when one player goes down, all of a sudden, there's gaping holes in your entire lineup. That's the issue with not having depth. As your Ottawa Senators are struggling here in the month of December, my gosh, what kind of losing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 9-game losing streak for your Ottawa Senators. 10 games. Hold up. What just happened, boys? Hold up. 18-wheeler over the cliff, man. All right, let's see. So we won against Philadelphia, and then on the 7th, and we have not won a game since. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-game losing streak for your Ottawa Senators. What happened? Oh, my gosh. All right. So the Sharks are still in a playoff spot in the Pacific, and I assume we're now contending for last in the NHL, 27 points. Where do the Islanders sit? That is the question. The Islanders are second last. They seem to have picked it up, but they don't seem to be in playoff position. Yeah, we're fighting with the Kings for last in the NHL now. All right, let's go ahead, get up to about the All-Star break, and then I want to do a quick growth check. I also have a meeting coming up with the coach discussing this insane losing streak, man. What is going on in our locker room? Lajoie goes down with an injured groin as the AHL team continues to battle through adversity. And Coach Lucas Baker, he has a conversation for me. I'm concerned about our lack of scoring. All right, let's talk to him. I believe that after 42 games, we have a serious lack of goal production. What I say, boys, I called it game 6 in the season that we could not seem to score. We had no problem keeping the puck out of the net, but we cannot put it in. So he says we need to address this ASAP. Let's see. Make a valid point. What are you suggesting we do? as much as I would like to address our scoring. I think it will solve itself in time. I don't think it will. Our lack of scoring is definitely something to keep an eye on, but I don't see this as our top issue. So I'll agree with him. Just for reference, I want to know what he wants. I'm glad you agree. I think we know we need to go out and acquire a skilled player to boost our offense. So he wants a yeah, see, he agrees we need high-end forward talent in the lineup. Now, I can't promise to him this season. Yeah, as much as I agree, we're not in the position to get another skilled player without losing something valuable in return. Right, that I prefer to persuade him. Um, you know what? You're right. I am making a mountain out of a molehill. This may resolve itself. Fantastic. Love that you see it my way. Now, in that losing streak, good gosh, man. It'd probably be the longest losing streak I've ever been on in a franchise mode. No trade-off. Yeah, that's fine. As your Ottawa Senators snap the losing streak with a huge 4-2 win against the Washington Capitals. Let's go, boys. Let's go. All right. So, LeJoie, go ahead and put you right back in the lineup. There we go. Brandy, how has he been doing? 28 points, 36 games. He's still tearing it up. Batherson is turning it around. Formanton, he's a goal scorer, huh? Jeez. Sorella, he's growing in the AHL. You'll love to see that. Your Ottawa Senators 14, 29. Yeah, we are fighting for last place in the NHL after that losing streak. We've won probably 2 of our last 20 games, but I think we're not nearly that bad. Yeah, I think we're going to turn it up a bit. We had our insane losing streak. Now I think it's time for us to kick it up a notch. Now let's see. 35 points. Jeez, man. The Islanders are moving up. They might be into a playoff spot soon. The Sharks, where do they sit? They sit pretty comfortably in a playoff spot, barring a huge injury. And the Kings, who are fighting with for last place, they have 34 points. We have 35. No one else? Yeah, no one else in the NHL is close to us. Connor Brown leads the team with 38 points. I want to go ahead, just show the growth from this season real quick. Actually, yeah, let's go to... I like this better for showing growth. It makes it a little easier rather than me having to go tell everyone player by player. This just shows the growth. So Shabbat has been growing. He's had a fantastic start to the season. Brady Tkachuk, have not seen him grow, so we could give him some more ice time on the PK. I think that would be perfectly reasonable. In the system, who's been growing in the AHL? So Brownie's been growing like a maniac. Balsers has shown good growth. Batherson, Sogard has been growing. Davidson, Bernard Docker, Pinto, all of these guys seem to have fantastic growth. Dackard might even be NHL ready to start next year. Let's go, boys. You love to see the team developing like that. All right, so I will go ahead, give Brady Tkachuk some PK ice time, and then let's see, we are at 25th. Yeah, I will go ahead and simulate up to the trade deadline, boys. I'll stop the video there. We still have to make our minds up on whether we want to keep guys like Mahler, Duclair, Tierney, Brown, and Isimov, who needs to go and who we need to trade away. Let me go ahead and, oops, there we go, PK. Yeah, let's get Brady Tkachuk in the PK lineup. I could stop it here because this is no. I could stop it early on, but I feel like no matter who we trade away or who we decide to keep, it won't factor that much into us tanking. Our lineup more or less is what it is. I don't think that'll change much with a few trades. I'll go ahead and simulate up to, let's go 17th of February. Past the All-Star break. Yeah, scouting assignment. I'll go ahead and show you boys the scouting at the end of this, what they might have uncovered. Pinto was already in the lineup, so it must have been a minor injury. Jeez, man, jeez. Okay. We seem to have I don't like it though. I do not like how we went on that 13-game losing streak. I think that really hurt some of our kids' growth. Burrowecki for that's Burrowecki for a 6th round pick, unless so teams are interested in Burrowecki. I'm not making any trades. I want to wait to hear what you guys think. Craig Ederson goes down with another injury. I don't think we could trade him anyway. I feel like he's someone who definitely deserves to retire with the organization as we fall 7-3 to the Colorado Avalanche. Brady Tkachuk goes down. Okay, but it's only going to be for about 1-2 games. So as Brady Tkachuk gets injured, I will go ahead and put there we go, Craig Anderson, fully healthy, back into the lineup. Jeez, man, the injuries are just racking up for your Senators. I guess it makes sense though, right? When you don't have players that can play, like we have players playing above their roles, it's going to lead to fatigue, and fatigue leads to not making decisions nearly as sharply, and you tend to lag behind a little bit, and that's what leads to injuries. As we bounce back with a huge 6-4 win against the Colorado Avalanche. Let's go. Brady Tkachuk only misses what, 1-2 games, so go ahead and put him back in the lineup. Oh, and he grew. He grew in overall, so maybe moving him to the PK was the right decision. I was just about to say maybe I overplayed him and he blocked a shot the wrong way. Kid's got to learn, though. Toughen up. Third round pick. We can get a third round pick for Mark Verowecki. That's not bad return, but if you guys think we should keep him, even just for this season, right? Maybe not even for next season, just this season to like be that locker room presence for us. I'm perfectly okay with that. I don't think a third round pick will hurt or kill us one way or the other. So we are currently 44 points. The Islanders are still outside of a playoff spot. The Sharks are comfortably in a playoff spot. The Kings, man, good gosh, they have fallen off 36 points. So it looks like we are, yeah, we're on pace to finish second last in front of the Kings. The Islanders seem to they don't look like they're going to make the playoffs, but they could make a late push. So that's something to keep an eye out on for sure. It looks like the Sharks are going to make it. I'll go ahead, show you boys all this stuff real quick. Kachuk. Shabbat has grown to an 87. That's huge, boys. Oh, my goodness. Shabbat could be turning into a #1 defenseman before our very eyes. Yeah. 40 points in 59 games. This guy is killing it, man. He is just and we have him locked up for how many? 8 years at $8 million. Oh, my goodness. That's going to be one of the best contracts in the league in 2 years. Already calling it, boys. Formanton is growing. Norris has grown from a 75 to a 77. White has grown from an 80 to an 81. All right. This is the big one, boys. This is the big one. So Batherson's grown. What do we do with guys like Brownie, Duclair, and Tierney? Will it? I don't think it'll show us from this screen. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to another screen. Chaplick and Lajoie have also grown. Balsers has grown very nicely. Mahler, he hasn't grown yet, but his trade value is up. That means next season he's probably going to be at least like an 80 because that's how he's playing right now. I kind of like that EA did it like that. I wish they do it for prospects as well, so that if they're putting up stats in the AHL or juniors, then their potential will change to reflect that. Like, I love how they do it for the NHL. Do it for prospects as well. I don't want to draft a guy and automatically go, oh, he's useless. Okay, so every single one of Brown, Duclair, and Tierney are all open to re-signing. I can show you boys like how much they want, but it's pretty inaccurate. Yeah, he's not actually going to want $5 million. It's just because it's during the season. Brown, go ahead and show what he wants. Yeah, so I don't know what they actually want. It won't be $5 million. It extends to more during the course of the season, but every single one of them is open to re-signing. So my question for you boys at the end of this video: do I trade away Brown, Tierney, Duclair? Do I keep all of them, boys? Is there one I move out? Connor Brown is a 30-goal scorer? My gosh, how am I just now noticing this? Holy jumping, man. He scored 30 goals? Whoa. Okay, hold up. What? This guy's put up 30 goals? Are you kidding me? Oh, he's having a career year. He's shooting 18.6%. This is a kid. Oh, my goodness, boys. I mean, I don't think we can get rid of that. Unless his trade value is just through the roof. I guess I could like put out some feelers, listen to some offers, but unless it's just gigantically in our favor, I don't see any reason to trade that. Right? I talked about manufacturing talent at the start of the video. Let's see, where is his trade value at right now? I mean, it's barely above normal. Yeah, I see no reason to trade away Connor Brown. If you want to make an argument or case for Duclair or Tierney, I'm open to it. But the way I see it, boys, Connor Brown is staying on this team. But let me know what you guys think, boys. This deadline is huge for us. And don't forget, we're still trying to tank. I will show you boys the draft class real quick before I end the video. Just to show the result of the scouting. Lafreniere, projected to go first overall, A+ shooting, A+ puck skills, A-level skater. His NHL comparison is Patrick Kane. He has no weaknesses, magic hands, puck protection, offensive creativity. This kid's just the full package, high elite. He's not moving from number one. What do you have, like 41 goals in 43 games. Quinton Byfield, power forward, A+ shooting, A+ puck skills, A-level senses, not nearly as good of a skater, size and skill, puck protection, no weaknesses. Milan Lucic, now there is some talk about him being a bust, but I don't buy into it myself. I see that kid is a very, very, very strong NHLer coming up. Stutzel, so we have not had him scouted yet. I'll have to send some scouts out to the Dell, make sure we get that gym scouted out. Drysdale, A+ puck skills, A-level senses. You're talking about a number one right-handed shooting defenseman to play alongside Shabbat for the next 5-10 years. Drysdale, there it is. Ponomarev, high top six. You're looking at a guy who could be a number one, maybe number two center down the line. He doesn't seem as impressive though. Then we have guys like Marchment, not fully scouted out yet, but goal scoring, pro release, magic hands. This kid's clearly a sniper. Holtz and Raymond, we'll have to get them scouted as well. Vic Allen, A+ shooting, A+ puck skills. This is just like the most loaded draft class I've ever seen, boys. There's talent left and right, so we got to keep that in mind while we're tanking. We have our pick that's probably going to be at least a top 5 pick. The Islanders pick looks like it's going to be somewhere in the top 15. The Sharks pick, it looks like they're going to make the playoffs, but I'm not ruling anything out yet, boys. Let me know what you guys think we should do with our trade deadline pieces in Duclair, Brown, who I think we should keep no matter what, Tierney, and even Borowiecki. Like, do I trade them away? Bodker, Mahler, do I trade them? Do I keep this roster more or less intact? What do you guys want me to do? Let me know in the comments down below, boys, and I will see you all in the next one.